Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Yes, I'm gonna finally release this kind of series, or start this series. This is kind of what we're doing today, guys, because we're gonna be starting a comic book series about my favorite comic book series. Yes, that is the Walking Dead comic book series, in which I'll be going through every volume for you guys, reviewing it and having fun with it, you know, just kind of having conversations, talking about it. Now, I will say this: there's going to be spoilers, of course, because this comic book's been around. I mean, maybe the later issues are the newer ones. The newest volume came out in 2019, August of 2019, which is over 2 years old now, which is almost 2 years old now. It's over 2 years old now. So, our main focus is going to be on every volume. So, we're going to go volume by volume. That is... how many volumes is that, to be exact? That will be 32 volumes we'll be going through. I just got done with the first one and ranked the first one. Now, let me go ahead and give you guys just a little bit of an overview of how we're going to be reviewing them. So it's going to go story arc. So what was the story arc for the volume? Was the story arc for the volume good? Okay, each volume is about 1 to 6, is about 6 issues, so you got a lot in there. Development. How are the characters developing? That's the big thing. How are the characters developed? How is the story developing along? Liking of the characters. Do I like the characters? Am I into the characters? Am I rooting for a character, or is the character doing what a defined rule is? And then the last one's going to be the villain ranking. Why? The villain is important, not ranking. Sorry, villain score. Why is the villain score so important? Because the villain is uber important to the story, and knowing which villain is in each volume, if there even is a villain, if there is not, that space will be left blank, even though I believe there's some kind of villain you can kind of decide in each one there is one. So that's what you guys got in there, okay? Now, that's kind of how the rankings are going to be. Now, there's going to be something I did kind of leave out. I know people are going to kind of find this weird, but artwork. Why did I leave the artwork out? Because the art's pretty much the same throughout it. So I could give it a standard score, and that's pretty much what it's going to be. Now, the design, the character design might be in there. For example, I might not like how they designed a certain character. That will probably go under the characters section area, but that's generally, I generally don't look at that entirely. Now, there's other Walking Dead stuff I also want to get with you guys on in this before I kind of go into some other details. It will be the Negan and other stories. Now, I am not going to be including this in the 1 through 32 volume, the 32 volumes. Why? It's very small, very short. I will be going over in a video for you guys. But it's very short, and it doesn't really add much to it. I really didn't care for it as a person, as a fan of The Walking Dead, and probably my favorite comic book series ever. I didn't care. It was kind of some cool backstory, but other than that, like, you really didn't ever need to. You didn't need to, like, look at it. You don't need to read it. But you use your hands on it, that's great. I literally could not find this on the internet, so I don't even know how you can get this thing. I just got it. Okay, so this is volume 100. I guess it says in the Walking Dead volume 100. Oh, issue 100. Sorry, issue 100. The charismatic psycho has an antagonized Rick. So I am a little bit intrigued by this, but also it's hard to find. So I don't know. I just couldn't find it, particularly by that name. Maybe if I looked under issue 100, I could find it. But just so you guys know, I got it within like the 15-year anniversary one or whatever. The thing that comes in like a big stack with 3 compendiums in it. That's what I'm going to be reading out of. I have the first one here because after this video, I'm going to be recording the video for the first volume. Yes, I already have that one ready to go. Alrighty, so what is this going to look like? So so I have all 4 compendiums. I have all 4 of these, and that's what I'll be reading out of. So for example, this is where chapter 2 starts, which is miles behind us. So that's how you guys are going to read it. Now, let's go ahead and look at something else. Alrighty, so I went back and just thinking about it, I didn't actually do, I literally did 000 looking up. I didn't look up any of the volumes. I didn't read anything particularly. I literally just went down the list at the titles of each volume, and I just said to myself, what do I remember from Days Gone By? What do I remember from Miles Behind? Do I like them? Did I like them? I'm not sure. And I kind of just graded them how I kind of remember them. So just some like big ones I kind of thought were 10 out of 10s were Days Gone By, What We Become, Something to Fear, and I believe All Out War Part 1 and Part 2 are Negan. So Negan was a big villain. So that's why I gave those two 10s. And then finally I gave the last volume, which is Rest in Peace, also a 10. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of give you guys a quick overview of why I gave well, actually, no, I won't. You know what? That will be later on for you guys. Now, the average score overall, because I did take the average at the end, is an 8.06. So it's an 8. And I think an 8 is great for 193 issues. Now, Negan and other stories, I did give a 5. Because I don't know if it's not... Here's what I will say about the Walking Dead comic book series. It is good all the way through, and they give value all the way through to the characters. There is a reason you read each one. It doesn't feel like a waste of time. I don't think Negan felt like Here's Negan and Other Stories was a waste of time. I just didn't feel like it brought as much value as it could. Or I didn't really bring any value to me. So the average was about an 8. My worst scores are, in the main series that we're going to be looking at, guys, is the worst score is a 6, and that is with Whispers into Screams. And the second to last volume, which is the Rotten Core. I really don't, and then I have a couple 7s, a lot of 8s, a lot of 9s. So, overall, the series is great. But we're going to go into it. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I gave the story arc a certain score, why I gave the development a certain score, why I gave liking the characters a certain score, why I gave the villains a certain score, and then my overall score for that volume. And then at the end of the series, I don't know what's going to be planned for the end of the series. I haven't really decided what I want to do. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope you guys are into this. I am going to go all out for this, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be good. We're going to have some fun. Hope you guys have a good day. Look out for the next one coming up. It will not be coming up probably this week. It'll probably be next week when I actually upload it. So, hope you guys have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.